It's week 1 of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Raiders and the Commanders, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing here, Howell. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. First down, Howell to throw. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And Howell will throw it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41. offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. And for this young rookie making his first NFL start, a moment he's been waiting for since draft day.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on rips like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but now let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage can react.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. A first carry here for Kanengawangu. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Devin Duvernay. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are on the board here first in the season opener. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Robinson will try to pick it up, and he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
1st and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now. 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Here's Howell. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 2nd down. Howell. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. He's got Higbee complete right side. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. Touchdown, Washington. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it was Clyde Edwards-Helaire capping it all off with a touchdown reception. Takes it at the 7. And he returns this to the 22. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend, sure that he's right.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Another completion there. And you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
They'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Raiders! From 6 yards away. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Washington offense heading out after that last score we just saw, now 14-7. So a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. And oh, he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into cover. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd down throw for Howell. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a throw here, hauled in. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they wanted to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Here's Jacobs, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll hold everything because Darren Waller, the tight end, appears to be injured on that play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. A big play, if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Hurry!
Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd down, Howell now. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Howell throwing on 1st down here. Finding Hardman here over the middle. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, Coach, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Howell's throw complete to Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers, but in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's fourth.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. 63 yards. And the Raiders take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Raiders 21, Commanders 7.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Last time that a little bit of a special teams breakdown, that field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
First and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at the 31-yard line. Off play action. It's Howell. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Howell to throw on second down. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Another throw for Howell. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on second down. Powell. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. That'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. An update from Denver. The Broncos have opened up a 2-touchdown lead. Joe Mixon, a first-half touchdown. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And that is no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for him, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start up in the Mile High City, Jacksonville, making the trek from sea level to 5,200 feet to take on Denver. And late in the first half, it's the Broncos who are out on top. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we'll head east all the way to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. Kenny Pickett, as sharp as you can be throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in the victory. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Sam Darnold has thrown a touchdown pass. On now to a check on the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And it was important for them to get the season off on the right foot. And they've done just that, thanks to a very solid outing by their passing offense thus far. Meanwhile, for Washington, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter.
Okay, ready?
On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On the ready?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Go ultra.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. They'll look to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. First possession of the second half now for Washington. The 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 17-yard line. They'll throw on first down. Here's Hal. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Second down and a run by Robinson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned and just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Second down, Hal back to pass. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Ready up. Hey, go Peters. Set, go.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Jacobs going to try the middle. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Devin Duvernay. already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week one is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football.
On third down, Robinson. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. On first and 10, it's Robinson.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
This time they'll throw it with Howell.
Completes it to Hardman.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they'll get this down to the 10. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Howell to the air on first and 10.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Jordan. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll try to run with Robinson.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th and goal.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A 1-yard touchdown pass.
And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now here come the Raiders. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. They'll set up to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete. Here's A.J. Coldell as he's on to punt for Vegas. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Rodgers on the return. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason translated into week 1, because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. First down, Howell to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch on the first down. On first down, Howell. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Howell, that's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
They'll run for it with Robinson. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field. He wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
To throw again on second down. Howell. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Gresham.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Brings up second and 9 at the 11-yard line.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. They'll run with Hall.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So stuff from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, yeah.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Tyler Higbee. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
From the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Jacobs trying to run on first down, but he's going to be stopped and taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's going to be hemmed in and blocked down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and And that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. And this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset.
Here we go.
They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Ready?
They'll look to run with Nwangu.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown.
Kene Nwangu.
Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Howell throwing on third down here.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And once more, Howell back to the air.
Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Howell from the gun. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. 4th down, Howell. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
Here we go. Check, huh?
And they take a knee.
Ready, break. Cut.
And they will take a knee here.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season